gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
2 years since Atlanta police officer Garrett Rolfe fired the shots that prompted weeks of protests in the city of Atlanta. Those bullets killing Rayshard Brooks in the parking lot of a Wendy's on Atlanta's south side.
Now we're learning the officer who faces a murder charge is suing the city of Atlanta. CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm reports from the Fulton County Courthouse.
June 12, 2020. That's the day police responded to DUI suspect Rayshard Brooks asleep in the drive-thru of a Wendy's in southwest Atlanta after Brooks fails a sobriety test.
I think you've had too much to drink to be driving.
Brooks resists arrest. He struggles with the officers.
Stop fighting! Stop fighting!
Grabs one of their tasers and runs off. As he runs, Brooks tries to fire the taser toward the officer chasing him. That officer then drew his weapon and fired 3 shots. Brooks died soon after at a hospital. The officer who fired the shots, Garrett Rolfe, was fired days later, but the city's Civil Service Board later reinstated him, finding that his supervisors did not follow city code in dismissing him. He remains on leave.
Justice is moving too slowly.
Attorney Gerald Griggs of the Georgia NAACP says his group has supported Rayshard Brooks' family since day one. He says with no indictment yet from Special Prosecutor Pete Skandalakis, he's not surprised the officer is filing a civil suit. He's just ready for justice in the case.
We feel like something happened and it's up to a jury to determine what happened. But we watched the tape. We saw what we believed happened. Again, a judge found probable cause to issue an arrest warrant. So we hope that they will take the appropriate steps under Title 17 and Title 16 of the Official Code of Georgia and proceed with the criminal process.
Griggs says the NAACP will join Rayshard Brooks' family Sunday at 4 p.m. near the site of where that Wendy's was before protesters burned it down. They'll hold a vigil praying for closure in the case. In downtown Atlanta, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
I'm going to begin with exclusive new details in the killing of Rayshard Brooks. He is the man an Atlanta police officer shot and killed in a Wendy's parking lot nearly 2 years ago. That shooting sparked protests and led to leadership changes at the Atlanta Police Department. And we have live Team 2 coverage tonight. Investigative reporter Justin Gray has new details about one of the officers charged. And we begin with investigative reporter Mark Winnie, who spoke exclusively with the special prosecutor in the case. Mark, you got new information about a report that could determine what happens next.
Yes, a special prosecutor confirms he expects in a matter of days a breakdown of the evidence in the Rayshard Brooks case by top experts that should provide the deciding factors in whether charges against 2 Atlanta police officers will move forward or one or both cases will be dismissed.
Perhaps in a matter of days, you're expecting a report that will be critical to your decision.
That's correct, Mark. We expect to have that report any time now, and it'll give us an analysis of a number of factors in the case. It'll be critical in our decision-making process.
Prosecuting Attorneys Council Executive Director Pete Skandalakis says beyond the 2nd anniversary of the death of Rayshard Brooks after his encounter with 2 Atlanta police officers, there's another day coming that's critical to the case, the day he must decide whether to move forward with the prosecution of the officers.
Anytime you have a death involved, there are a lot of emotions involved. And then you have the complication here, the complications of race and police officers being involved. So, you know, we understand the magnitude of this case.
Skandalakis says he has three options: decline to move forward at all, present formal charges in the form of an indictment against one or both officers for a vote by a criminal grand jury, or seek a special grand jury which would investigate and could recommend whether to send the case to a criminal grand jury for consideration of charges.
I can't control the facts in this case. I can't make everybody happy, and when you try to make everybody happy, no one is happy.
Skandalakis says APD officer Garrett Rolfe was charged in warrants with felony murder and more, and Officer Devin Brosnan with lesser but still serious charges when Paul Howard was Fulton County DA. Howard's successor, Fonnie Willis, basically disqualified herself for a conflict, and the Attorney General appointed Skandalakis to take over.
We have had the case since, I said, July 2021.
He says the GBI investigation was not complete when the warrants were sought, but Skandalakis has the GBI's finished probe now, and it's good. But the report he expects any day now from a group of top experts goes into even deeper detail and will be critical to his decision.
They could give us a fresh set of eyes on the case.
A statement from Bill Thomas, along with Noah Pines, counsel for Rolfe, says the charges in this case were, quote, not supported by the evidence. We look forward to a thorough and complete investigation and the ultimate exoneration of Officer Rolfe. In the past, his lawyer, Don Samuel, has said Devin Brosnan is unequivocally not guilty of the aggravated assault in violation of oath charges he faced for what happened after the Brooks shooting.
You know, I've been a prosecutor now almost 39 years. The only thing that has guided me is to do the right thing, let the chips fall where they may, and then be transparent about my decisions.
Skandalakis says this case is a tragedy no matter what he decides, with the loss of a man's life, the futures of two officers at stake, and for its impact on the community. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.